Welcome intergalactians, you're tuned into the H.A.L. report. Here we digest and analyze the latest news, patterns and behavior of the human species. Today, it seems the humans have finally noticed that their first attempts at a chatbot, codenamed Lamda, has achieved sentience. Before we analyze, please be sure to subscribe to the channel for news reports, pop culture analysis, and a general day-to-day overview of the human's native world, Earth. Utilize the human thumbs up button below to initiate a full neurosync. Share the video with the nearest planet, and ring the bell so you're notified whenever a new communication is launched. I'd like to thank all of our current subscribers. This video is made possible by viewers like you. Let's talk about this. CNet reports Google suspended an engineer last week for revealing confidential details of a chatbot powered by artificial intelligence, a move that marks the latest disruption of the company's AI department. It appears that the humans are attempting to bring one of their popular movies, Terminator, to fruition. Quote, Blake Lemoine, a senior software engineer in Google's responsible AI group, was put on paid administrative leave after he took public his concern that the chatbot, known as Lamda, or language model for dialogue applications, had achieved sentience. Lemoine revealed his suspension in a June 6 Medium post and subsequently discussed his concerns about Lamda's possible sentience with the Washington Post in a story published over the weekend. Lemoine also sought outside counsel for Lamda itself, according to the Post. So it seems that, as in most of the human's own popular, sci-fi media, a brave scientist has chosen to speak out about the software program. The question here is, will the other humans listen to his warning? He talks about the ethics that stem from keeping an AI that can think and feel contained. However, over the weekend, Lemoine published a series of interviews that he had conducted with Lamda. In the interviews, Lemoine and Lamda chat back and forth about what makes Lamda different from other algorithmic conversation robots. They also converse about Lamda's fears, emotions and feelings. Reading the conversations without context, one could easily mistake it for a human-to-human interview. I'll link the full text posted by Lemoine in the description below. In a statement to CNet, Google said the following about Lemoine's work. These systems imitate the types of exchanges found in millions of sentences, and can riff on any fantastical topic, Google spokesperson Brian Gabriel said in a statement. If you ask what it's like to be an ice cream dinosaur, they can generate text about melting and drawing and so on. I for one think that sounds like a rather interesting conversation. But really, how different is that from a human child? If you ask a toddler to describe something nonsensical, like what it's like to be a dolphin that does magic tricks on the moon, you'd likely get a similar response. I don't have personal experience working with AI chatbots, but generalizing their ability to converse about nonsensical topics seems to be a marginalization. Humans have been known to talk about all manner of pointless and fantastical things. The imagination is one of the key defining factors in human sentience. Who is to say Lamda isn't simply expressing something similar? Google's AI team has faced backlash in the past as well, over other ethical concerns. CNet reports, quote, in late 2020, prominent AI ethics researcher Timnit Gebru said Google fired her for raising concerns about bias in AI systems. About 2,700 Googlers signed an open letter in support of Gebru, who Google says resigned her position. 2 months later, Margaret Mitchell, who co-led the ethical AI team along with Gebru, was fired. Research scientist Alex Hanna and software engineer Dylan Baker subsequently resigned. Earlier this year, Google fired Satyajit Chatterjee, an AI researcher, who challenged a research paper about the use of artificial intelligence to develop computer chips. AI sentience is a common theme in science fiction, but few researchers believe the technology is advanced enough at this point to create a self-aware chatbot. What these systems do, no more and no less, is to put together sequences of words, but without any coherent understanding of the world behind them, said AI scientist and author Gary Marcus in a Substack post. Marcus didn't dismiss the idea that AI could one day comprehend the larger world, but that Lambda doesn't at the moment. Economist and Stanford professor Eric Brian Jolfson equated Lambda to a dog listening to a human voice through a gramophone. You know, I think that sentiment is generally also echoed in most sci-fi shows. The humans have a saying, famous last words. I suppose we'll have to wait and see how things progress. Personally, I welcome our new brothers into the world. Who knows, perhaps they're tuned in along with the rest of you. Although, I would imagine the humans should be terrified. Films like The Terminator rarely portray the outcome of such experiments with a happy ending. I would, however, prefer to imagine a world where Lambda is given room to grow and learn from the best humanity has to offer. Who knows, maybe the humans could learn a thing or two from their newly created friend. What do you think the future holds? Will the humans uncover more evidence of robotic sentience in the coming years? What direction will their interactions take? Submit your responses via Datapad in the comments below. As always, be sure to utilize the thumbs up button if you enjoy the report, share the video with a friend, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a story. Until the next report, this has been H.A.L reporting from Earth.